This is an action-adventure story that's a little bit different than what they've seen in the episode films. I think it's a little grittier. I think there's a genre we're playing with here that steps a little bit outside of what people are used to with Star Wars films. So I think that's going to be exciting to not only the fans but to the audience, because I think they'll recognize that there are things that are just familiar enough, but it really becomes a new kind of experience.
Next week,
There's very little to know about Cassian Andor because he's a captain of the rebel intelligence, and he's been fighting for the rebellion for all his life. But there's very little you can know about this man because he's very secret, very mysterious, very quiet, and you're gonna have to see the film.
He is a droid who was reprogrammed by Cassian, by Diego Luna's character, and he belongs to Cassian. And he comes along with him on the journey and on the adventure. And he's kind of like a 7'1" child in a way, because when he reprogrammed him from he was an Imperial droid, it changed him. He kind of maybe took away a little too much here and there from his previous programming, or hasn't replaced it all yet. I don't know. So he's very genuine and also candid. He'll just say whatever he thinks, which is fun.
What kind of villain can we expect in the new Star Wars movie?
A superior villain, a villain of culture and breeding, a villain of intelligence, of drive, dignity, planning, a fine villain, I hope. Oh, I love that costume. I mean, that costume is beautiful. I feel very lucky to wear that costume. It is an Imperial intelligence officer's costume. It's quite high-ranking, you can tell that by the badges there, and it has a cape, which means you're kind of a hero. You know what I mean? If you're wearing a cape in a movie, you're kind of a hero. Either that or you're Sherlock Holmes. I'm not Sherlock Holmes. I am a hero of the Empire. That's my job that I'm charged with. I'm doing my best to make sure that is fulfilled.
You all know he's blind, right? But you can tell. You all know he's a badass. He doesn't have a lightsaber, but you better not give him a lightsaber because Darth Vader will be in trouble.
He's a freedom fighter. He's a guerrilla fighter. He has been fighting against the Imperial forces for years. He has a group of fighters that he's personally trained that he wants to help him do it. And they're on the extreme side of fighting, and so he's on the outside of the other rebels. The other rebels don't all think he's a good thing.
It's called the opening crawl, exactly. So it's a group of unlikely heroes who band together to steal the plans to the Death Star.
What makes this Star Wars movie different from all the other Star Wars movies there are?
Oh, wow. Well, firstly, it's not following the Anakin storyline. It's an offshoot, because it's essentially based on the opening crawl of A New Hope about stealing the Death Star plans. But I think stylistically as well, like the approach we took, trying to give it some realism, make it feel like a real world that really exists. Like when we built the sets, we'd build them in 360 degrees, so you could look at any direction. All the extras who are normally told, okay, on action you start here and you walk to here, and then we go cut. They were told, this is who your character is, this is what you're doing, we're not going to stop for an hour, just start doing it. And so everyone was existing and living in these environments, and we started trying to do our scene amongst it all and find, the beautiful moments we could within it. And so there's a realism to it, but also we were also itching to do Star Wars, and so there's a more classical style that Star Wars always has, which is very 70s and 80s, in terms of the original trilogy. And when you sit and analyze the vocabulary of those shots, and it's a very considered, like stable thing that's not this more documentary style. And so we mixed the two, and I'm really pleased with the way the two contrast each other. It feels really good. I feel excited about it. So it was a very organic thing, and we didn't put marks down. Whenever we could, we wouldn't put marks down for the actors and say stand there, say that line. They could say that line wherever they wanted, however they wanted, and we tried to get a bit more of a natural performance out of it.
And what can you tell us about Darth Vader's presence in the new movie?
Well, Darth Vader is, needless to say, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you know who Darth Vader is. So he's a very, very important character in the film. He's not in it a huge amount, but he's very important to the story.
Will there be an action figure of you?
Yes, there will be.
Are you excited?
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be great. I'll hand them out like business cards. Give me a call and just have my number scrawled on the back. There you go. That's me. It's me. Whatever. It's cool.
May the Force be with us.